What you understand about reality barely scratches the surface. The physical realm you live in, the experiences you value, the boundaries you accept, they form an intricate veil, masterfully crafted to obscure your true potential. Yet deep within ancient teachings, untouched by modern institutions and scientific dogma, there exists a transformative wisdom that was intentionally hidden from the masses. This sacred knowledge, when fully embraced, unlocks hidden abilities that go beyond what we normally think is possible. Within the Emerald Tablets lies an eternal truth, a collection of teachings spanning 36,000 years, preserved in stone, awaiting those courageous enough to claim their ancient power. These aren't simple allegories or ancient stories. They are the fundamental keys to mastering the very essence of existence. Have you considered that your current state of limitation, struggle, and doubt might be an artificial construct? What if you possessed an innate ability to completely transform your reality through ancient mystical knowledge? The moment has arrived to reveal these profound truths that have been deliberately kept from humanity. Look around you, at the chair you're sitting on, the device you're holding, the air you're breathing. All of it seems concrete, absolute. Yet this perceived solidity masks a deeper truth. Within the Emerald Tablets lies a revelation, one that challenges our most basic assumptions. Your physical existence, your body, your thoughts, your identity, even your mind, are merely vessels for something far more profound. You are, in essence, pure consciousness, an infinite awareness that temporarily experiences physical reality, but remains forever unrestricted by it. Since birth, your understanding has been shaped by a profound misconception that you are nothing more than your physical form, bound by flesh and destined to vanish when your body fails. Yet these ancient teachings reveal a startling truth. This belief is an artificial constraint, carefully crafted to limit your potential. The texts present a revolutionary perspective. Your body serves as a temporary dwelling, a divine instrument granted by the cosmos to navigate this physical plane. Consider a mirror reflecting light. The mirror isn't the light itself, just as your body isn't your true essence. Instead, your consciousness breathes life into your physical form, sculpting it according to its nature. The frontiers of contemporary research are only now catching up to this timeless wisdom. Through quantum mechanics, we've discovered that conscious observation fundamentally alters the behavior of matter at its smallest scale. When scientists monitor quantum particles, these tiny building blocks of existence respond differently than when left unobserved. This revolutionary finding echoes what the Emerald Tablets proclaimed millennia ago. Your consciousness isn't merely witnessing reality, it's actively participating in its creation, moment by moment, thought by thought. Recall those extraordinary moments when you experienced an unexplainable knowing, when your instincts revealed truths beyond rational explanation, or when reality itself seemed to bend to your focused intention. These mysterious experiences aren't mere coincidences. They're windows into your vast potential, revealing glimpses of your infinite nature that transcends physical boundaries. Yet throughout history, this profound understanding has been systematically suppressed, conditioning you to accept a diminished version of yourself, just another mortal at the mercy of circumstance. But here's the liberating truth. These artificial constraints were never meant to define you. This sacred wisdom about your true essence has been carefully concealed, twisted, and relegated to the realm of fantasy. As you awaken to the truth that you are more than your physical form, a deeper mystery emerges. What other veils have been drawn across your eyes? The material world is but the first layer of deception, yet there exists an even more profound illusion, one that shapes your entire existence, your perception, your choices, and the very fabric of your reality. You've been conditioned to perceive time as an unstoppable current, flowing endlessly from past through present into future, a relentless force we constantly struggle to keep pace with, slipping through our fingers like grains of sand. But what if this fundamental assumption about reality is itself the grandest illusion of all? The truth that lies beneath this deception is far more extraordinary than you could imagine, for time itself is nothing more than a carefully constructed mirage. Since childhood, you've been conditioned to see time as an unbreakable chain, a linear progression where moments slip away forever, where your past defines you, and where tomorrow looms as an immutable destiny. Yet this rigid view of time is perhaps humanity's most profound delusion. The ancient wisdom contained in the emerald tablets paints a vastly different picture. Time is neither linear nor constraining. Rather than being a straight path that imprisons you, it exists as a dynamic force, fluid, cyclical, and interconnected. It weaves patterns beyond our learned perceptions, spirals and loops that transcend convention. When you finally comprehend this truth, your entire relationship with existence will fundamentally transform. According to the tablets, everything in the universe follows repeating rhythms that mirror nature's cycles. Like waves upon an endless shore, dawn emerges from darkness, winter yields to spring, and celestial bodies trace their eternal paths. Every movement in the cosmos follows this circular dance, constantly flowing through phases of transformation. Consider the possibility that your consciousness, your journey, and the very essence of your being align with these cosmic rhythms. Think of time in a different way. Instead of a straight line from past to future, imagine it as a place you can move around in, as if all moments, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously, and you could step between them as easily as walking from one room to another in your house. The newest discoveries in science are now catching up with what these ancient texts told us. When physicists probe the teeniest building blocks through quantum physics, they find something astonishing. All moments in time might actually exist at once. Instead of time like a river flowing one way, it's a vast lake where you can reach any point from where you stand. Recent experiments reveal something even more incredible: your choices. Today might change things that happened in the past. Time isn't as fixed or rigid as we thought. The Emerald Tablets already knew this simple truth. Time itself doesn't change, but everything within time does. Think about déjà vu. Those mysterious moments aren't just random glitches of your brain. They're small windows that let us briefly see through the illusion of everyday reality. Instances where the cyclical nature of time becomes visible, and you catch glimpses of what's normally hidden from view. And those past lives you've heard about, they're not relegated to some distant past. They exist right now, running parallel to your current experience, waiting to be accessed once you understand how. As you delve deeper into this ancient wisdom, you'll discover that time isn't the rigid prison you've been led to believe. Instead, it's a fluid force that can be understood, mastered, and traversed. There's a reason this profound knowledge has been kept secret throughout the ages. Once you realize that time holds no power over you, the chains of past regrets, the weight of aging, and anxieties about tomorrow dissolve away. you begin to perceive what lies beyond the illusions of daily existence, awakening to your dormant potential. This sacred wisdom was the cornerstone of ancient masters, those rare individuals who discovered hidden truths while others remained caught in mundane perception. Through their deep understanding of time's fluid nature, they could access wisdom spanning countless lives, recognize recurring cycles in the cosmic dance, and consciously participate in shaping existence itself. They recognized a profound truth. Destiny isn't a predetermined path forced upon you, but rather a potential you consciously choose to embrace and embody. But here lies the most profound revelation. If time is but an illusion, then death too must be questioned. When consciousness transcends temporal boundaries, what becomes of our physical end? Society has programmed you to view death as the final curtain, a dark void from which there is no escape. Yet these sacred teachings unveil a wisdom so extraordinary, so liberating, that it shatters the very foundation of fear itself. What we perceive as an ending is merely an illusion. Death is simply a doorway to another state of being. Since ancient times, humanity has lived under the shadow of mortality, believing that consciousness ends when the physical form ceases. This deeply rooted fear shapes every aspect of your existence, your decisions, your boundaries, your dreams. Yet this universal dread stems from a fundamental misunderstanding. Within the ancient wisdom of the Emerald Tablets lies a profound revelation that transformed those who grasped it. Consciousness transcends physical death. Those who understood this truth recognized death not as a final darkness, but as a gateway between states of being, a transformation rather than termination. Your core essence, the conscious awareness experiencing this very moment, persists beyond physical death. It transcends, it evolves, it endures. Ancient wisdom describes this transition as a fundamental shift in vibrational state. Like an eternal flame that cannot be extinguished, your life force simply changes its expression. The physical form serves as a temporary dwelling, a vessel that houses consciousness until it's time to move on. When this vessel completes its purpose, the true self, your fundamental awareness, emerges unbound, transitioning into deeper dimensions of reality. Throughout history, civilizations have understood death not as a final end, but as a profound transformation. Ancient Egyptian mystics, who honored Thoth as the keeper of divine knowledge, taught that consciousness journeys through the sacred halls of Amenti, a dimension where the soul's essence undergoes purification and renewal. This timeless wisdom finds validation in contemporary research. Modern studies of near-death experiences reveal remarkable similarities. Individuals describe heightened states of awareness outside their physical bodies and report experiencing realms beyond ordinary perception, suggesting consciousness continues beyond material existence. Consider this profound question. If life ends at death, why do countless individuals across every era, culture, and society share remarkably similar experiences beyond the physical realm? And if our consciousness is simply produced by neural activity, how do we explain the continued awareness reported when brain function ceases? The truth becomes clear. Your physical form is not your true identity. It never has been. Your body serves as a sophisticated vessel, a temporary interface through which you experience this physical dimension. When this vessel completes its purpose, your essence transitions to an expanded state of being, one that transcends both temporal and spatial boundaries. Consider the ancient teaching. Like a flame dancing atop a mountain peak, consciousness inhabits the body but is not bound by it. While your physical form is anchored to earthly existence, your inner essence resonates with the infinite cosmos. This profound wisdom has remained concealed throughout history for a specific purpose. The revelation that death is merely a transition would shatter the foundations of societal control. It is our fear of mortality that keeps us contained, hesitant to explore our true potential, reluctant to challenge established norms, and afraid to embrace life's full spectrum. This explains why ancient knowledge has been systematically obscured and historical truths altered. For when one truly grasps the nature of death, they understand that existence knows no boundaries. What mysteries await beyond physical death? Ancient texts speak of dimensions that exist beyond our earthly senses, realms where consciousness ventures in its eternal journey. According to these sacred teachings, the soul traverses through various planes of existence, following intricate patterns of energy and awareness before beginning anew. This profound wisdom was once taught openly to spiritual initiates, though it remains concealed from modern eyes. Yet for those determined to uncover these truths, the knowledge remains accessible, offering freedom from mortality's grip. When you understand that death is merely a gateway, a profound realization emerges. Your everyday reality is far more extraordinary than it appears. The world you perceive is actually an intricate tapestry of energy frequencies that your consciousness attunes to. Much like your physical form is simply a vessel for your true self, the material world is just the surface layer of a vast, unseen reality. Beneath this visible realm lies an extraordinary force, a power that can awaken the limitless potential within your consciousness. The ancient wisdom of the Emerald Tablets unveils this hidden truth. Imagine if the solid world around you was actually a dance of pure energy and vibration. Society has programmed you to believe that physical reality is concrete and separate from your consciousness. However, the ancient wisdom within the Emerald Tablets unveils an extraordinary revelation, one that will fundamentally transform your understanding of existence. Our universe isn't built from solid matter, but rather consists of pure vibrational energy. What appears as physical reality is actually an intricate dance of resonating frequencies. Your journey to mastery begins with learning to consciously alter your personal energetic signature. Ancient wisdom reveals that everything, from physical objects to thoughts and emotions, exists as distinct patterns of vibration. What distinguishes one form of existence from another is simply its unique vibrational signature. This explains the power of vibrations to transform matter, how music can break a wine glass, why your emotional state directly impacts your well-being, and why certain environments and individuals naturally elevate or deplete your energy. Every moment, you're engaged in this invisible dance of frequencies, consciously or not. Contemporary research is validating what ancient sages understood. The quantum realm shows us that reality isn't fixed until consciousness interacts with it. Particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, shifting and transforming based on observation. This remarkable discovery echoes the timeless wisdom passed down through generations. The universe emerges from pure consciousness, and vibration forms the foundation of all existence. Ancient sages recognized that our perceived solid reality is actually a continuous flow of vibrating energy, molded by the power of consciousness. This fundamental truth manifests in your everyday experiences. Think about those moments when you've stepped into a space and immediately felt an invisible weight of negative energy, without a single word being spoken. Or recall encounters with individuals whose mere presence fills the room with calming, uplifting energy. These experiences aren't mere coincidence or emotional projection. They're tangible demonstrations of energy fields, interacting and resonating with one another. This fundamental law governs your inner state as well. Your consciousness resonates at different frequencies. During moments of anxiety, doubt, or hostility, your energy diminishes, drawing similar low vibration experiences. Yet when you cultivate serenity, inner strength, and harmony, you naturally attune to elevated frequencies, transforming how reality manifests around you. The masters of ancient traditions, including mystics, sages, and spiritual initiates, embraced practices like deep meditation, vibrational healing, and sacred chanting for a profound purpose. Far beyond simple ceremonies, these methods were sophisticated tools for shifting one's energetic frequency and expanding consciousness to elevated planes. The wisdom keepers understood that certain vibrations and vocal patterns held transformative power, capable of awakening dormant energy centers throughout the physical and subtle bodies. This ancient wisdom remains ever present, concealed beneath modern distractions and conventional thinking, waiting to be rediscovered. The profound truth stands clear. This transformative power lies dormant within you, requiring no external validation or approval. Your consciousness naturally possesses the capacity to elevate its frequency, alter its vibration, and manifest your deepest intentions. Such abilities aren't exclusive to shamans, sages, or chosen ones. They represent your fundamental inheritance as a conscious being. As you master the art of energy manipulation, you'll discover an extraordinary truth. The cosmos actively resonates with your inner state. This ancient wisdom emphasizes the vital connection between mastering your personal vibration and affecting the world around you. By learning to regulate your energetic frequency, you unlock the ability to influence physical reality itself. This isn't mystical thinking or mere speculation. It's a fundamental law of existence that operates whether we recognize it or not. Those who grasp this principle can manifest their intentions in ways that seem impossible to others. Vibration exists as part of a greater cosmic harmony, a universal system that maintains perfect equilibrium through constant adjustment. Those unaware of this principle find themselves adrift, buffeted by life's ever-changing currents. Yet individuals who understand and flow with these cosmic rhythms discover an extraordinary power within themselves. They transcend mere reaction, becoming conscious creators of their reality. They harness not only their personal energy, but the very forces that shape existence. Here we encounter the next profound revelation of the Emerald Tablets, the principle of balance, the fundamental force orchestrating all of creation. Nature follows a fundamental rhythm, atoms dancing, galaxies orbiting, all things drawn toward equilibrium. Chaos yields to order, chaos gives way to calm. Yet we often struggle against this natural flow, caught between opposing forces, searching for stability. The Emerald Tablets teach that balance isn't merely an idea, it's a cosmic principle, as fundamental as the force that holds planets in orbit and marks the passage of time. This universal law orchestrates everything from celestial movements to the subtle energies flowing through your being. When you finally grasp this truth, you cease resisting the natural order and begin to flow with the currents of existence. The tablets revealed a universal truth, the law of equilibrium, an eternal force ensuring all of existence returns to balance. Within this ancient wisdom lies the secret of why periods of chaos inevitably dissolve into peace. Even the most turbulent emotions, rage, despair, hatred, burn themselves out, yielding to tranquility. Like a pendulum finding its center, societies built on corruption and injustice must eventually restore themselves to harmony. Many struggle against this cosmic law, exhausting themselves trying to impose their will on reality. Yet those who comprehend this principle flow effortlessly with universal currents, wielding this profound knowledge to manifest their deepest aspirations. Ancient wisdom surpassed our modern understanding of equilibrium, from the Buddhist concept of the middle way to the Egyptian principle of Ma'at, from the Greek golden mean to the Hermetic laws. All point to one eternal truth. Every force has its counterpart, forming a perfect whole. Creation and destruction, motion and stillness, wisdom and ignorance. These opposing energies don't clash in conflict. They dance in synchronicity, each defining and completing the other. Modern life pushes us to deny this natural law, teaching us to avoid pain, escape difficulty, and seek peace in external things. Yet the ancient teachings reveal a deeper truth. True power emerges not from escaping life's dualities, but from learning to move gracefully between them. This fundamental truth has touched your life, whether you recognize it or not. Remember those moments when overwhelming pressure suddenly dissolved into profound clarity, as if a storm cleared to reveal a pristine sky. This natural equilibrium at work, or those instances when unexpected bliss emerged after difficult times, another demonstration of life's balancing force. These rhythms flow through everything, from individual thoughts to civilization's great tides. Once you perceive these patterns, they no longer dictate your path. Your energy holds the secret. Just as the cosmos maintains harmony, your inner world seeks equilibrium. Ancient wisdom reveals that mastering your internal state grants dominion over external circumstances. This explains why spiritual masters throughout time pursued inner stillness. A balanced mind remains sovereign, free from external control. When you transcend reactivity, release emotional turbulence, and maintain unwavering centeredness, despite life's chaos, you become truly free. This balance extends far beyond inner harmony. It permeates your creations, choices, and the energy you project into existence. When you act from scarcity and control, frantically grasping at desired outcomes and attempting to bend reality to your will, you'll encounter endless obstacles. Yet when you achieve perfect alignment and surrender to life's natural cadence, your path unfolds with remarkable grace. Every human has glimpsed those magical moments, when events align perfectly, when dreams materialize without struggle, when the universe itself appears to conspire in your favor. This is no random occurrence. It's the essence of cosmic harmony revealed. The enlightened ones understand that struggling against the natural flow creates only turbulence. They choose instead to move in rhythm with life's currents, recognizing that balance is not static. It's a living force waiting to be harnessed. Those who embrace this truth develop remarkable abilities, navigating existence with such natural grace that their actions appear miraculous to others. Yet mastering balance is just the beginning. It serves as the gateway to an even more profound revelation concealed within the emerald tablets. When you learn to harmonize your energetic field and attune to the cosmic rhythms, you become ready to perceive the true architects of reality. These mysterious forces have silently overseen and guided humanity's journey since the first dawn of consciousness. They are the eternal lords of nine, and their wisdom will transform your understanding of existence forever. Transcending the boundaries of our perceived reality. There exist ancient and eternal forces that weave the very tapestry of existence. Popular beliefs suggest a random universe driven by chaos, where life meanders without purpose or direction. Yet within the sacred wisdom of the Emerald Tablets lies a profound revelation that challenges this understanding. Our universe operates under precise guidance, shaped by extraordinary cosmic entities known as the Lords of Nine. Unlike religious deities or mythological beings, these forces function as universal architects, orchestrating the fundamental rhythms of existence. They weave together energy streams, temporal patterns, and the expansion of awareness across all dimensions. Those who venture deep into esoteric wisdom encounter them not as remote beings, but as active forces ready to guide the devoted seeker. Their origins stretch into the unfathomable past, predating both human consciousness and stellar formation. Each lord oversees distinct cosmic principles, maintaining the delicate equilibrium of universal forces. While they remain invisible to most, their influence permeates every aspect of reality. These custodians ensure cosmic harmony, guiding the natural progression of cycles and maintaining order throughout existence. Though they transcend human laws, they remain bound by the eternal principles of the universe. Traces of these nine beings appear across diverse cultures and belief systems throughout human history. From the sacred nine of Norse mythology to the Ennead of ancient Egypt, from the nine celestial dragons of Chinese lore, each culture glimpses fragments of this eternal truth. These echoes persist into our era, where mystic orders and wisdom traditions preserve knowledge of these cosmic forces, recognizing that those who resonate with the nine's frequency can access extraordinary realms of possibility. Consider what this means for your journey. These cosmic entities don't just exist in theory. They actively shape the fabric of reality itself. The real question isn't if they influence our world, but how you can tap into their ancient wisdom. These nine serve as guardians of elevated consciousness, teaching us that spiritual awakening requires unwavering dedication. This explains the rigorous initiations of ancient mystery schools, where only those with steadfast discipline received the sacred knowledge. Such selectivity wasn't about secrecy. It was about ensuring this powerful wisdom reached those prepared to use it wisely. This reveals a deeper truth: why mainstream culture suppresses authentic mystical wisdom. Society conditions you to view yourself as insignificant, to accept that consciousness is merely a byproduct of brain chemistry, to dismiss the sacred architecture of existence. But what if you discovered your innate power? What if you realized that reality isn't a prison, but a canvas waiting for your creative touch? What if you understood your ability to consciously participate in shaping existence? You would become truly sovereign. Masters of this ancient wisdom transcend conventional limitations. Where others see roadblocks, they perceive opportunities. These adepts navigate existence with profound awareness. They embody the same cosmic forces shaping reality itself. Ancient texts speak of direct communion with the nine, describing how their presence resonates through elevated states of consciousness. The Wisdom Keepers revealed specific practices for attuning to these higher dimensions, teaching methods to expand awareness until their guidance becomes clear. Ancient civilizations preserved powerful knowledge through sacred patterns, vibrations, and forms. These universal keys, from intricate mandalas to sacred architecture to mystical incantations, serve as gateways to expanded consciousness, left as guideposts by those who came before. Yet accessing this wisdom demands more than casual interest. It requires the courage to transcend conventional boundaries and the determination to claim one's inner power. When you harmonize with universal principles and pierce through societal illusions, a profound truth emerges. Our reality is not solid and unchangeable, but a dynamic dance of energy and vibration. The fundamental creative force that birthed the universe remains accessible to those who grasp its essence. Here lies one of the Emerald Tablet's greatest revelations: the understanding that sound itself shapes the fabric of existence. Throughout history, enlightened cultures recognized the extraordinary power inherent in utterances, mantras, and mystical intonations. This wasn't mere tradition, nor just ceremonial practice. It stemmed from a profound understanding, largely forgotten in our modern world. Within the Emerald Tablets lies one of existence's greatest mysteries. Sound transcends simple acoustic waves to become the very architect of reality. Each syllable spoken, every intention voiced, every vibration coursing through the cosmic fabric possesses creative force, molding, transforming, manifesting the universe that surrounds us. Ancient teachers understood this vital idea well, as did those who studied in sacred mystery schools. Ancient texts proclaimed, "Let your voice resonate with liberation. Attune yourself to the frequencies that unite you with creation." These words weren't poetry. They were practical guidance. Our universe is woven from vibrations, a dance of energy frequencies moving in perfect harmony to create our physical reality. At its core, what seems solid and fixed is actually a symphony of vibrating energy fields, perpetually shifting under the influence of cosmic forces. Among these fundamental forces, sound stands as one of the most transformative. Sound vibrations operate beyond mere auditory perception, influencing us at our deepest levels. This explains how melody can transform our emotional state and why sacred chants have persisted throughout human history. Their power lies not in cultural tradition, but in their capacity to shift our consciousness into specific resonant states. According to the Emerald Tablets, intentionally directed sound serves as a gateway to elevated frequencies of being, dissolving the barriers we perceive as mental and physical constraints. This profound mechanism has always existed, hiding in plain view. Contemporary research validates what ancient mystics understood centuries ago. Scientists studying cymatics have discovered that sound creates precise, measurable effects on physical matter. As frequencies interact with substances like water or sand, they generate intricate geometric forms, patterns strikingly similar to those adorning sacred sites and mystical manuscripts worldwide. This remarkable correlation suggests a profound principle. Vibrational energy is the fundamental force shaping physical reality, transforming emptiness into form. Consider the implications of sound's ability to shape physical matter. Each word you utter resonates as more than mere vibration. It becomes a direct instruction to the cosmos, rippling through the fabric of existence itself. This explains why mystic traditions emphasize mindful speech and revere the power of silence. Sacred texts across ages have cautioned against careless words, knowing that mantras and invocations carry the force to manifest reality. Yet this profound wisdom has become obscured, reduced to mere folklore and largely forgotten by modern society. Imagine how differently our world might function if we truly grasped sound's creative potential. What if you realized your speech patterns influence not just your consciousness, but the very matrix of reality? Would this awareness transform your daily dialogue? Would you continue letting limiting thoughts shape your world? Or would you harness your voice's true power, synchronizing your frequency with the universe's creative force? The ancient teachings speak of extraordinary capabilities available to those who truly grasp sound's essence. The power to transform reality, restore wholeness, and expand human potential. This mastery begins with deeply understanding vibration's role in shaping our world. The most potent wisdom teachings weren't preserved through writing alone. They lived through the spoken word. Ancient languages carried sacred sounds, mystical phrases, and divine names, whose resonance transcended their literal meanings, holding keys to universal power. Today's world has dulled language of its primal force, flooding us with empty chatter, overwhelming our senses with noise, and reducing sacred utterances to hollow expressions. When language becomes meaningless, it loses its power to manifest change. Yet for those awakened to truth, those who grasp that vibration transcends mere words, the ancient power remains accessible, waiting to be wielded once more. Yet vibration is merely one gateway into a vast network of universal laws that shape our reality. Within the emerald tablets lies not just revelation, but transformation, a complete system for awakening the dormant forces within your being. Having ventured this far in your understanding, you stand ready to cross a sacred threshold. The time has come to grasp these ancient methods of transformation, to walk the timeless path that countless seekers before you have used to achieve extraordinary heights of consciousness. Because the ultimate truth is this: the ancient knowledge was never lost. It has always been here, waiting for those ready to receive it. The deepest truths remain unseen by most, not through secrecy, but through their own mental conditioning. Society crafts an intricate web of distractions, filling minds with endless trivia and drowning out the eternal wisdom that whispers beneath the surface. Ancient scrolls teach us that wisdom cannot be passively received. It must be actively pursued. True mastery demands more than mere curiosity or casual interest. It requires breaking free from mundane perception. The Emerald Tablets weren't created for casual readers, but for dedicated seekers who recognize a profound truth. Knowledge divorced from wisdom breeds chaos, and power without insight leads to ruin. This explains the deliberate complexity of esoteric teachings. Their intricate symbols and layered meanings serve as tests of readiness rather than barriers. For the path to enlightenment isn't about collecting facts, it's about fundamental inner change. The essential truth is realizing your deep connection to everything around you. True wisdom doesn't reside in sacred places, ancient texts, or enlightened teachers. It pulses within your own being, awaiting discovery. The mystical masters weren't gifted with special abilities you lack. They simply mastered the art of awakening what already exists within all humans. The real challenge isn't whether this power exists inside you, but if you're prepared to unleash it. Ancient wisdom speaks of Amenti's sacred chambers, a mystical dimension where consciousness evolves and transforms. These teachings describe a realm of profound enlightenment, where the soul is refined and elevated to higher understanding. Yet perhaps Amenti isn't merely a physical place, but an elevated state of being. What if this transformative journey isn't reserved for the afterlife, but can be experienced here and now in our present existence? The ancient sages understood that genuine transformation springs from the depths of inner consciousness, not from external circumstances. Through dedication to inner cultivation, they mastered the subtle arts of resonance, equilibrium, and sacred vibration to access heightened states of awareness. Yet this sacred path calls to only a select few. Many will reject these profound teachings as mere fantasy, unable to grasp their depth. For this journey demands the courage to shed society's manufactured illusions. It requires embracing the profound truth that your thoughts manifest reality. Your emotional state determines your energetic signature, and your spoken word holds the power to shape existence itself. Above all, it calls for accepting the awesome responsibility this knowledge brings. This explains why the forces of modern society work tirelessly to obscure these ancient truths. When you awaken to your role as conscious creator rather than passive observer, you become ungovernable. Once you realize that you actively participate in shaping reality rather than merely experiencing it, the chains of limitation dissolve. This timeless wisdom has been carefully preserved through generations of mystery schools, protected by those who recognized its transformative potential. History's most brilliant minds, from the Renaissance genius Leonardo da Vinci, to the mathematical master Pythagoras, to the electrical pioneer Nikola Tesla, all recognized these timeless principles. They understood a fundamental truth. Our universe isn't rigid, but a malleable field of possibilities, responding to those who grasp its deeper nature. This ancient wisdom now lies before you. You've discovered a gateway to extraordinary potential, transcending conventional understanding. Yet a crucial choice awaits. How will you respond to this revelation? Many will encounter these insights only to let them fade, drawn back into life's endless distractions. But certain individuals will recognize their destiny in these words, feeling an inexplicable connection to this sacred knowledge. For these ready souls, the path forward becomes evident, because real transformation demands more than passive learning. The ultimate revelation of the Emerald Tablets transcends mere information. It requires actively wielding this wisdom to recreate your reality. This isn't an ending, it's your first step into true awakening. Few will ever venture this far. Many glimpse these ancient truths, feel a flicker of recognition, but retreat into the comfortable shadows of their familiar world. Society's illusions run deep, powerful enough to hold nations in their grip, convincing countless souls that they are bound by invisible chains, forever limited by the boundaries others have drawn. Your presence here speaks volumes. It reveals an awakened spirit within you. Deep in your core, you've always sensed there was more to reality than what meets the eye, that your potential extends far beyond the artificial limits of conventional wisdom. The Emerald Tablets transcend mere historical artifacts or mystical doctrine. They serve as a living guide for spiritual evolution, illuminating the path for those prepared to expand their consciousness. Within their teachings lie the keys to understanding the fundamental forces that orchestrate reality, shape our existence, and enable the transformation of human awareness. This wisdom presents a pivotal choice. Will you harness its power or remain in shadow? Those who reject these insights will continue their mundane cycle, mere spectators in life's grand theater, unconsciously reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. Such individuals chase hollow dreams implanted by society, walking predetermined paths that lead nowhere, and recoiling from life's mysteries instead of exploring them. They remain bound by human constructs, blind to the supreme principles that truly govern our universe. But for those who embrace this wisdom, an extraordinary journey unfolds, a path of sovereignty where existence transforms from passive experience into conscious creation, where the cosmic forces shaping your reality become clear and manageable, where doubt dissolves into certainty and perceived boundaries give way to infinite potential. The wisest masters throughout time understood that knowledge alone wasn't enough. They embodied it fully. These adepts mastered the art of energy cultivation, transcended temporal limitations, and wielded the power of sacred speech. Through their dedication, they discovered the fundamental truth. Our physical reality merely reflects the vibrational frequencies we resonate with. Most importantly, they revealed that genuine transformation emerges from within, not from external teachings. This ancient wisdom remains accessible to all who seek it, an eternal flame burning bright beneath the veil of modern distractions and self-imposed limitations. These sacred teachings weren't preserved merely as historical artifacts. They exist as living knowledge, ready to transform those brave enough to embrace their truth, to break free from the patterns that keep you asleep. This knowledge is just the beginning. There are deeper truths you still need to discover. For example, we've explored how the Lords of Nine, these cosmic beings overseeing reality, guide and shape our existence. But what if I told you they are part of something even more profound? A council of souls that helped shape your entire journey before birth. This ancient council holds the records of all your existence, and understanding their role in your journey will reveal why you chose every challenge, every relationship, and every moment of transformation in your current life. Click the video on screen now to discover the 7 sacred stages your soul experienced with this council before incarnating. I'll see you in the next chapter.